Wow, so this is going to be discussing a first date. As a divorced woman, been divorced and separated and divorced for 3 years now, and went on my first date. Well, second date. I went out on one other date a week ago, and it was kind of an on the fly, off the cuff thing, and so it didn't really count as a date. It was kind of just a meet and greet and find out, yeah, we don't really dig each other. And yesterday I went out on an extended date, one that lasted probably 12 hours, which is a really long freaking time whenever you're kind of eyeballing someone and going, what? It makes me want to laugh, makes me want to cry, makes me want to die a little bit, and yet I'm here and I'm having to really, really, really embrace the childlike wonder of curiosity with, what makes people tick and why do they do that? Why do they choose that? Why do they say that? Why are they that way? And so I knew that I wasn't terribly interested in dating this person, more than likely. Got some social faux pas going on no, making fun of another person is probably not going to, render you another date with me. Making fun of me is definitely going to knock you out of contention for being in my life very long. That's just rude as, and so, but just observing the behavior over the day, it was like kind of dot collecting of, okay, I know I'm not going to marry this dude. We're not even going on a second date. However, how can I use this experience and be, everything in my authenticity, because I'm here. I committed to the day and he committed to the day and we're still here in the play. Then I either need to make the decision to move along and, extricate myself from the situation or commit myself to the learning experience. What's the growth in this? Because obviously I'm going to grow. I'm either going to grow to understand this person more in a loving capacity. We're going to date, we're going to get to know each other, etc. Or we're not, it's kind of, there are millions of opportunities for exploring all the different subsets of that, but it's basically one or the other. We're either going romantic or we're not. And if we're going into friendship, that would lead to that, blah, blah, blah. Or if there's just the cutoff of, yeah, we're not doing that. And so the research for me, because I've been out of the dating game for so long, the research and data collecting for me was, yeah, okay, that's one of those comments that, no, don't say that. And, mostly I couldn't understand quite as I was going. I just kept hearing divinity drop in and say, just stay and play. Just stay and play with this. Just stay and play with this. And stay and play in the EMS way, not in toying with my food kind of thing. Stay and play in EMS means you roll up on a scene and it's chill enough that the person's not, dying and doesn't need, rapid extrication and fly off with lights and sirens blazing. A stay and play means, we have time to get them strapped to the board, get a little IV, get a little advanced life support going, and then we'll go. And that was the drop in. A load and go means, I got to get out of here, man. You're weird. You're freaking me out. I got to go. And I didn't get that sense. I rely very much on my intuition and I don't set myself up for failure. Let me set myself up to meet this person somewhere, get to know him and decide. And 12 hours later, approximately, I decided that, we're not going to be compatible. We're not simpatico. We're not anywhere close to that. However, the train up of that was very mild. It wasn't offensive. It wasn't scary. It wasn't overbearing or bullying. There was just the observation from this standpoint, because my heart already knew, I'm not jiggy with you. I don't have that connection with you. However, it doesn't mean that I can't be in a nice date experience where I can enjoy the company of another person for a few hours. Doesn't mean that we couldn't get to know one another and be friends. It doesn't mean that either. It means that we have to be on the same page. We have to be, on the same page of music if we want to actually make one of those ideas happen. We both kind of have to be on board with that. And so for me personally, I was getting, the angle of, I really probably don't have a whole lot in common with you enough to, embrace this as a long-term love relationship, not even, no thanks, or a friendship. And one of the biggest deciding factors for me is energetically, how's that feel to me? And he was starting to get kind of, questionable. I couldn't put my finger on it exactly. And I'm a great interrogator. I do the interview very well. I could be working for Quantico probably. I'm serious. So I was, and I don't mean that in a mean or unkind way. I mean that as in, I want to know, I need to ask the right questions so that I'm getting a read on this. I'm feeling my intuition, my God presence going, or, sure, go right on ahead, do this, or don't do that, my instinct to tell me, and again, set myself up for success by not putting myself into a horribly, charged situation right off the top. It wasn't. I maintained my, spot up here of observation and my safety at all times, so I could make those calculated risks of kind of interviewing and saying, what about that? And eventually, I knew it had to come. I really did. I knew it had to be there. There's a prejudice, there's a something, there's kind of a misogynistic something there. What is that? And it came out, and I'm really regaling in and partying in the idea that it didn't crush my world, because that was not a load and go. It was a stay and play. So I consciously chose with divinity to say, okay, what is it that I need to bring to this situation? What is it that this person needs to bring to me? We have healing that we can share, or we don't. We have a relationship we can foster, or we don't. Which way is it going? And it was very nice to know and very nice to see that you're a beautiful, specimen. You're a gorgeous man. You're tall. You're everything, physicality wise that, a girl could want, etc. Or at least this girl could want physically. However, I have to trust in spirit and know that I have, certain criteria for that's a fail. That's an automatic fail on that. Or, automatic pass is you're meeting my minimum standards. Automatic fail is you're breaching one of those, absolutely not points. And racism and misogyny, those are absolute no-goes in my world, because I don't go at it being racist or misogynistic myself, or whatever the female version of it is. I try not to be a man hater or an anyone hater, even though I've been through a divorce and could be jaded. I choose not to be, but it's very easy to identify behavior because I have come from wherever I've come. We all have, and we have all of that experience back there. And to know that divinity's got me, and I can do my investigation, I can do my interrogation, I can get to know and learn how to go with the flow of listening to discernment come into me of load and go or stay and play. And stay and play for a few minutes. And a few minutes in Earth time was 12 hours or so. And before it was all over with, I was very gifted to know that here is a man that could fit the bill, and I could have sold a little bit of my soul probably to, share some intimacy if I had really wanted that to be the most important thing, and I don't. So the price that I pay for, I don't want to have the physical intimacy without the, leading on into relationship, and I don't want to do the physical thing hoping that it leads to a relationship. That's out of order. So for me, not a judgment of anyone else or what they're doing, that's just for me, that doesn't work. I need to, because of my own stuff, and I know where I am with my body, my sovereignty, my emotional lability, that I'm going to need to, feel a whole lot more secure about the relationship before I go into that kind of vulnerability. That's me. Some people, not a problem. However, that's me, and it already was incompatible from that standpoint alone. So there were a lot of reasons, but I don't have to look at that person and say, oh my God, he's just terrible. He was not going to work for me, and he does not work for me. He will not work for me, and I won't work for him, because we had enough brush up against our quantum fields of that neither one of us, I'm sure before it was all over with, we hugged goodbye. That was as far as it went. And, we both probably, I think both of us probably know that, yeah, we're incompatible. However, you don't have to throw me off a cliff. I don't have to run you over with the car. We can just simply walk away and say, yeah, we've got agendas that are different. And, though I don't agree with misogyny or racism, it's still his life. He gets to choose that. It's a matter of, am I going to stand there and try to change his mind? No, I haven't found that to be terribly productive at all. Run, girl, run, if I feel like I need to. And do I need to join his side? No, absolutely not, because I would have to trade my soul to do it. It's, some of the things that were coming out, just that's totally against anything I'm about. I'm against learning. I'm against learning. I'm against being unable to learn or being given no space to grow. I am absolutely for people learning themselves and earning their own story, earning their own position, earning their own decisions, earning everything about their lives rather than taking the predetermined whatever. And so for me, whenever I get somebody swinging in and trying to change my mind, first of all, why are you trying to change my mind? Second of all, are we talking about hard facts that I'm trying to dispute what gravity is? because that's different than your opinion over my opinion. If we're going to have a struggle over it, we're wrong. I don't want to have to argue with anybody about their position or their opinion. I have respect for all people, and if I can't maintain that respect because I'm starting to get triggered into, what kind of a moron are you? Or you're starting to do that with me, then we need to cease immediately, don't we? That's in my world, that's how that works. So there are just enough comments and enough, prickles in my neck here that, like, oh, okay, that's not going to be cool. However, it was good to stay in that observational moment of, I've got nothing to lose here. I haven't been out on a date in 3 years, and this isn't the man that I want to spend a whole lot more time with, not any past tonight, more than likely, because he's just not ready to have that kind of what I'm ready for, not even friendship-wise, So, and that's fine. He doesn't have to be. He's one person. There's 8.5 billion people on the planet. I'm pretty sure that I can, find another date if I want to. It was just a great illustration from Spirit that I've been praying hard of, okay, where am I going with this? Because it's been long enough, and, I'm ready to branch out in that direction. And so branching out in that direction doesn't mean that, I'm successful the first time out. That's a little bit much to ask. Probably I'm all into miracles and everything. However, what are the odds? And the odds are ever in my favor that they're going to be good. However, I have to look at the reality of life is life and humanity is humanity, and human beings relate and act and convey and behave all the way as humans primarily. And many of us struggle to remember our divinity or our spirituality or our angel frequency or ancestors or guides, whatever your theology or religion is, your spirituality, whatever that is. Many of us get kind of distracted with all of the ridiculous conversation. What to me is ridiculous conversation. It's just different priority. My priority is about my spirituality and developing me and knowing the recesses of me better and better and better, so that I can be a better healer for me and for other people that I come into contact with, because that's my mission here on the planet. And I don't care to stop slow trying to heal somebody if they're a racist, misogynistic attitudes. That's not one. That's a load and go of, it's go, get on out of here. It was a stay and play to pick up the knowledge today in the 12 hours that we were together. However, it's a load and go beyond that of, once you're gone, we're loading up and we're going without taking any baggage and without creating a new agreement to bring that back together again. That's tested already, and don't bother. Just the odds are never in your favor on that one. Just there's too many other people, and there's too many other beautiful, gorgeous experiences to have where people do want to have a less hostile thought. They want to feel better. They want to raise their vibration. And why would I waste my time when that's what I really want to be doing, is raising my vibration and helping others find theirs and be that bridge for people to hear their own thoughts, hear their own God, hear their own divinity, whispering or screaming or singing or tap dancing or whatever it is in them. That's what I wish to be doing, not to try to bring somebody up to speed on how wrong it is that you're judging based on color or, gender, etc. That's a level of education that I don't do that. That's remedial education, and I'm more into let's go to PhD me with that, and that's TV League. So anyhow, that's that, and thank you so much. I'm glad that you stopped by. I'm gonna keep pondering, probably not anymore about this date. That was probably all I needed to do, is just to get on here and say to you that it's time. It's absolutely time. No matter what age you are, it's always a great time to grab a hold of your energy, grab a hold of your synergy and your trinergy, and make that shit work for you. Otherwise, you might be post-divorce wondering, how do I proceed and ever find anybody who's like me, find anybody that can, be a part of my life, that I don't have to sell my left foot and my soul. I'd rather be alone. However, there is a right answer out there, and I don't think, totally alone is it, because that's not what I want. So there must be a better answer out there. Thank you very much. I hope everyone is well, whatever part of the day they're in, and get on in your skin, friend, and find that divinity, because your divinity, friends, is absolutely fine. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you next time. Bye.